Right now, things are a little bit of a mess in here. I have had to pull everything out from on this side, and I'm getting this area cleaned up for something very special, which I'm going to be sharing when it gets here and when I get things in order. So the nightstand that was there, my friend who helped move this bed, he attached that nightstand to the wall. So I had to ask him to come and help get it unattached because I want to put my little dresser, my little drawer, side table, whatever you want to call it, here. And in the meantime, I've taken everything from here. Now, at this point, everything has been put back up except for the wool coat, which here in the South, I haven't needed. I have wore it a handful of times since I've been here, but I haven't wore it even once since I've been here at this beautiful location. And so that I'm going to be giving away. It is going to be a gift for somebody who can use it. At this point, though, I want to get this window cleaned out. One of the things that happens in an RV, in particular, I haven't really noticed it in houses before, but maybe I didn't clean very well in the house or something. I don't know. But it gets a lot more dirt and dust in here, and it kind of builds up almost like mold. And it's not, but it's really bad. And so I want to get this all cleaned because I'm going to be putting the curtain over here and getting that ready. My necklace holder I had up here fell in the process of getting some things moved. And so that is part of what I'm doing today. Sorry about jiggling the camera around. I am still learning how to use it, and I hope you'll bear with me and forgive me. I wish my cinematography was better. However, it isn't. And putting it on a tripod and then trying to film, at this point, I wouldn't know how to get this to get started so I could show me doing this work, which would be great, especially considering I'm handicapped. But I have this step here, and it's about 3 inches, 3.5 inches off the ground. So it gives me a little lift. I use it for getting in my bed and then in other areas. So this today is being used to step up so that I can get up and put in screws. And what I've done is I've created holes there. And this is going to be where that rack is that I use. It's like an accordion rack that is usually used for coats and things like that. But this is small. It's only got 1 inch little tines on it to hang things on. And so what I do, sorry, the tools I was going to show you dropped to the floor, so I had to pause it. But I use it on, and this is how I get the hole started for the screw. And I use this little hammer. It came with wire racks to hammer things in. So it's not real heavy, won't damage too much. It's heavy enough though. And so it allows me to make those holes I just showed you. And so now I can put the screws in. And so that's going to go up there above the bedroom window. Okay, so there they are. I've got the screws in, and you didn't get to see that when I put this one in, that I dropped the screw down there, somewhere in there, in that little area, which you can't see. So I had to go into the living room, into my unit that I use to store my screws and so on and so forth to get that in. Now I get to go through this lovely menagerie of items to hang the rack I'm using for the necklaces. Now, there's the unit. I found it. I knew pretty much where it was. Just had to move a couple of things. The last time I put this up, I used some clear tape to help hold it in place. But I have since then discovered this double-sided tape, which is pretty strong. And so I'm going to get a couple of pieces on the back of this. And I got to replace that one that just fell off. And so I can get it up on the wall. Okay, there it is, ready to hang my necklaces again. Although I will be waiting to do that until tomorrow, because one of the things that I did in the process of this is I set this up so that I can put up my curtain rods. Now I know there's little bits of damage here and there on the wall, but that's going to be taken care of at another time. I'm just getting this set up. Most of this won't be able to be seen, but I do want to get it taken care of. But I need to get the curtains up in this room, because the new light that I have outside that is LED, it's so bright, it's very hard to sleep with it. So I need to make sure that my windows are covered, and so I want to make sure I have the curtains up, which I've been wanting to do for a long time anyway. And I will be adding to that. Actually adding to this. I am learning how to use the phone. I'm on I'm going on and getting some lessons on how to use my phone camera. And then I am going to get lessons on how to edit. It's a process, but in the meantime, there's little things that I can put on here, things that I am doing myself, things that I can do. I like construction. I like using hammers and nails. I love the smell of wood getting ready to be used. Unfortunately, I can't do that. And the help that I have gotten with certain projects, I can't video them. And so some of these things are getting done without being able to video others. But, oh, anyway, it is the end of the day. I will see you in the morning. Oh wait, I'm adding a little bit because I've got to take these off my bed. I'm like, oh no. Of course, you know, when it falls, it's all making a mess. So I am going through and trying to be patient, which, by the way, is easier said than done, just in case you didn't know that, to get these untangled. And I've got a couple hung already. But yeah, this is going to have to be done tonight before I go to bed. I'll show you when I'm done. Well, it could have been worse. It didn't take too terribly long. The secret is unbuckling them so you can pull them apart, and it helps to get them somewhat untangled. Unfortunately, I have a casualty, one of my favorites, and boy, I sure wish I still had the earrings to this, but they got lost somewhere along the lines. But it's repairable. It just needs to have this just reconnected. It'll take a little bit of time, but oops. So the casualty, here we go. So anyway, it won't take too much to fix it, but that's good. And then as I was sitting here and looking at my bed, well, I have a few more things I'm going to have to do just to be able to go to bed tonight. So I'm going to be bringing that dresser back out here. What I'm going to have here. I'll have to move it tomorrow when I'm putting up the curtain rods and so on, but got a little bit more to do tonight. Well, I am having to move this out of here tonight because I need it to be by my bed and get things off my bed and so on. Obviously, it needs to be dusted, but that's going to be nice. The other stand that was by the bed will go in here. It'll be lower and thinner, so that's going to give me some really nice storage space in here for the vacuum, things like that. So those kinds of things won't be in the way. Okay, it's out of the closet now. I've moved it out there. Now I've got to get it from here to in by the bed. And got some clutter here. So this is going to be very interesting. I would like to film this, but unfortunately, oh, I'm not there yet. Okay, so far I've got it here. I did move the stool over and then the step over. So now I just gotta get it scooted back, and it's just, I gotta kind of sort of wobble it back and forth because it doesn't have feet. I did choose not to put the legs on it, whichever you want to call it, legs or feet, but nonetheless, so it doesn't scoot across the carpet real easy, so having to shimmy it back and forth. Okay, it's in place. I really like it. I would like to get a better picture of this, how this looks, but it's good. It's a little bit higher than I thought it was, but that's okay. But it's got nice surface for, you know, things like my little lamp, which I have right here. This thing needs to be wiped off first. Hold on. All right, there we go. There's my little lamp. I'm going to be getting a different one. I actually bought this as a gift for someone, but unfortunately, they moved before I was able to give it to them. And so, get my little big bear here. That's from my son. And, all right. Hold on. There she is. Get my little lamb, and they go there, and they can sit like that for tonight. But that is great. Got a couple little things in here. I can go ahead and put that there, and other things. Oh, well, you know, believe it or not, it's getting better. It's got to be cleared off so I can go to bed in this bed tonight. Well, one of the things I'm going to have to do is take and put this other stand into the closet. One thing I am going to have to do is vacuum that out. I saw that there is a little cat hair, thanks to my long-haired cat. Now, right now, there's a fan sitting on top of it. And you'll notice over there at the distance, get a little bit closer, there is another fan. And then there's this one over here. And in order to help move air through, I use these fans. Now, at this time of year, it's a lot cooler, so I don't have to have the air conditioner on. Although it got humid today, so I did have to have it on. But even so, that helps it so that I can keep the thermostat set at 78, even in this wonderful little small space. Yeah, I've got things cluttered right now and moving things around. You know how that goes. You got to make it worse before it gets better, right? And so, now, take this little guy. It's got a new side on it so that I can use it. And then there's going to be storage that can go back into that closet. Alright, so now that it's nicely vacuumed out, I can move that other unit back in here, or move it in here. It's going to be good for additional storage items. Look at that. It fits in there very nice. It is still going to leave some space to the side, just enough so I can put the vacuum there from now on and hide it. It looks like I need to dust the side of that a little bit. Oh, but that's going to be good, because I can have the bottom part storage for bathroom items that I've had to keep under the sink or excuse me, somewhere else. And so that's going to be great. And still have the drawers that I had in here before. They're going to be in the bedroom, more conveniently located. And so this is a good start to a little bit of reorganization or some interior remodeling. Since that shelf is a little bit lower, I can fit my iron and starch and, laundry detergents and things like that right there. It's nice and easy to get to.